In a secluded village deep within a dense forest, life was a silent struggle against the overwhelming darkness that came every night. This was not just the absence of light, but the absence of hope. A place where electricity was nothing more than a distant dream, where the world outside felt so far remote from the harsh realities they faced. Here, people lived in constant fear, particularly women and children, whose daily lives were gone by the darkness, a darkness that hid dangers too real to ignore. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, the village transformed. Shadows stretched across homes made of crumbling walls, as if the darkness itself was trying to swallow them whole. Women who have been at peace with their families were burdened with the grim of task of going outside night to relieve themselves. For the children, the toll was just as heavy. In 2025, while the rest of the world soared forward in the realm of knowledge and technologies, these young minds were confined to a world of shadow. Their education was stunned by the lack of basic resources. The flickering glow of a kerosene was their only source of light, but it couldn't illuminate their full potential. They longed for a brighter future, but how could they dream beyond their village when their world was bound by the yielding darkness? It was constant struggle, where their aspirations seemed as distant as the stars above them, far out of reach. Living in complete darkness, these people were trapped in isolation, vulnerable and insecure. The elderly people, pregnant women and children suffered as they struggled to perform basic tasks. Cooking in the dark was a constant battle, relying on weak kerosene lamp that flickered with dim light and filled the air with thick smoke. Every meal was a risk, with burns and injuries a constant threat. The smoke choked their lungs, and the hurried, difficult task left no time for anything else. They lived in the shadows, desperately hoping for a glimpse of light. The village had been living in isolation, resigned to their fate, when suddenly help came from an unexpected place. The Nutcracker and Aahwahan Foundation saw the pain that was invisible to the most. The installation of fans and light brought a wave of relief to the community. Skilled workers carefully set up wiring, ensuring every home had access to bright, reliable lighting. Ceiling and table fans were installed, providing much needed ventilation. This collaboration has illuminated 66 homes in 2 rural villages in Kodagu district, Nitturu and Nokia, with solar powered lighting. This initiative provides mobile charging points, power plugs, table fans, home lights and street lights, ensuring safety and convenience while empowering villagers, bringing hope and a brighter future. They lit the path forward, a path that once seemed impossible to walk. As the solar panels were installed, the village came alive. The women no longer had to walk through the darkened night, navigating the dangers that haunted every step. They could now move freely, knowing that they were safe. The light brought safety, but more than that, it brought a sense of peace they never had known before. The children who once studied under the dim, unreliable glow of a kerosene lamp now had the chance to shine brightly in their own right. They could read, they could learn, they could imagine a world beyond their own. The light illuminated their face, but it also illuminated their potential. This is a story of a transformation of people who once lived in the shadows, now standing tall in the light. It is the story of how the Nutcracker and Aahwahan Foundation gave more than just light. They gave the people of this village a future that shined brighter than any lamp ever could. And in doing so, they reminded us that when we light up one life, we light up the entire world.